Hey everyone, I just wanted to check in with you one last time as our semester comes to a close. Can you believe that? The semester is coming to a close. Um, it's been quite a ride, I think, for many of us. I know I had a very busy term this time around. I know there were many of you definitely in the same boat. I just wanted to say thank you for your great efforts. Um, I know that it's not easy when you have a lot going on to also dedicate time to your studies, but I really appreciate all the hard work that you've put in to our class and all of the different insights that I've been able to learn from each of you as I've read through your homework assignments, your tweets, and everything that we've done together this term. I am making this video for all six of the classes that I'm teaching, so I'm just going to share this with all of you. Um, I did want to share, and I'll put a link to it below this video in the announcements, an episode of Radio Ambulante that I heard this morning. It's the new one that's out today. Um, if you're not in my Latin American Studies class and you aren't familiar with that podcast yet, it tells stories from Latin America. Um, it is in Spanish, but there are English language transcripts. If you click around on the page at the top, there's a button that says English, and you can read the stories there in English. But this one I think is pretty resonant and important because it's talking about migration, but from the perspective of the situation in Venezuela. And I think even if you're not in my Latin American Studies or Latin American History course, there's been enough in the news about the dire situation in Venezuela with rampant inflation and food shortages and famine and everything else that's been going on there. Migration in that region has become a major issue. Um, and I wanted to share it as helping us to think about migration on a bigger scale than just what's going on at the US-Mexico border, so that we can get maybe some different context on what's going on at the US-Mexico border. We can think about the ways that, and this isn't in the podcast, but the ways that US policies around the world have actually created or at least exacerbated the conditions of poverty and problems that, especially in Central America, have fueled migration. Of course, in Venezuela, it's been the policies of the Bolivarian revolution under Nicolás Maduro and his attempts to really become an authoritarian leader that have exacerbated the problems there. But whatever the problem, I think it's important that we recognize real human beings are impacted by the decisions that governments made. They're trying to do the best they can. They're trying to make the best lives they can for one another, I should say for one another, but for themselves, for their families. Um, and I think that's a really important perspective to take as we go into our holiday break and we think about situation in the world, but also the histories that we've been learning about. Um, if you have anything that you think would be interesting for me to read, I didn't do this as an assignment, but I heard about another professor who gave the assignment to his students to send him an article on one of the topics that they've been studying in class that he didn't assign, something he may not have seen. Um, I would really be interested if you have anything like that that you would like to send along. Of course, you can do that after final projects and everything are done. I understand that. But again, just wanted to say thanks. It's been a real pleasure to get to know each of you, even though it's been through the medium of our online class. I hope that you have a wonderful break and a happy new year.